Welcome back to the Bright Light Wellness YouTube channel. I am so excited you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to start doing some videos to talk about different homeopathic constitutional states, okay? So basically, we're going to talk about today the homeopathic remedy Calcarea Carbonica, okay? That's actually calcium. So homeopaths use different remedies. Some of them come from minerals like calcium, right? Or sulfur, or zinc, or phosphorus, right? They also can come from plants like pulsatilla is a plant, stramonium, haciamos, aconite, ledum. There are a lot of different ones that come from plants, and animals like sepia is the ink from the cuttlefish, and pulsatilla is, not pulsatilla, excuse me, lachesis is snake venom, and apis is bee venom, and they come from all different forms of nature. And actually, homeopathy uses like cures like. So it's going to give you a substance that matches the frequency, energy, and vibration of your disease state or your constitutional state. Okay. So Calcarea Carbonica is a remedy to help balance calcium. Please do not go out and just go grab, Calcarea Carbonica to help balance your calcium in the homeopathic preparation. You need to meet with a homeopath, hopefully a classically trained homeopath, to help you understand how to take it, when to take it, if this is the correct indicated remedy for you, because just because you have a calcium imbalance does not mean you need this remedy. Most people do have lots of mineral imbalances, including calcium, and Calcarea Carbonica is actually a homeopathic constitution that develops at a very young age. And we all have constitutional layers. There is not just one constitution that's going to solve all of your problems, okay? So a lot of people have Calcarea Carbonica on the middle layer, and there are a lot of layers like on the outside, actually. If you have a Calcarea Carbonica state that you're actually exuding, that actually means that you're in a pretty good level of health, because most people exude this state at a younger age, and it's buried down deeply into the onion, right? It's deep in the onion layer, and there's a lot of other layers on the outside. So let's talk about Calcarea Carbonica and what it's going to be like. Like if you're in a Calcarea Carbonica state, or calc carb, you'll hear homeopaths say, what is the constitution? What symptoms can it cure and cause, right? Because what it can cause is what it can cure in homeopathy. That's how it works, is like cures like. It is actually a system of medicine that uses like cures like, which Hippocrates favored and many others favored in the past. You can go take a look at my other YouTube video talking about how what is homeopathy and like cures like and all that. So Calcarea Carbonica, I'm going to be looking at notes here because I'm going to remind myself. So if you see me looking over here, I'm a human being, So Calcarea Carbonica is very overworked, overburdened, overwhelmed with life. They're very overwhelmed easily. In fact, they can work themselves to exhaustion, to the point where they have to actually quit their job because they overwork their body too much. They have a very strong sense of responsibility and duty. Like they have to work, they cannot give it up. And even no matter what, if they're sick or something's going on, they're still going to work, they're still going to go, they're still going to do it. And they work themselves until they become literally exhausted. They can be actually very like preoccupied with things like reincarnation or life after death. You especially see this in children who are really interested in the afterlife and whatnot. This is usually something that we see in children who need Calcarea Carbonica. They have a lot of fears. Calcarea Carbonica has a lot of fears, especially fears of heights. Even if they see somebody else in a high state, in a high place, they are like fearful, okay? They get vertigo when they go into high places, but they also have an extreme fear of mice and rats. They hate mice and rats. They have fear of insanity, that they're going to lose their mind, that they're going to lose their marbles. They're worried about that. They fear insects, they fear spiders, they fear dogs, they fear dark, they also fear diseases, they can be claustrophobic, they fear cancer, they feel infections, earthquakes, storms, poverty, accidents. But the most thing that they fear, the biggest thing that they fear, is that their condition will be observed, especially on the mental plane, when things start to get a little bit not working as well, they're very fearful that people are going to observe their sickness. They don't want people to know about their sickness. They don't want people to observe their sickness. Okay. This is something that really bothers them. They don't want people to know about their problems. They want to keep it to themselves. Okay. Okay. They have anxiety about their health. They're very worried about their health, and they have a lot of anxiety about all the symptoms that can come up in a person, and they will have great anxiety about their health and how to fix it. They will have despair of recovery. They will feel like, I'm never going to get better. I can't fix it. There's no way. I'm lost. I've lost my hope. I'm completely in despair of recovery. Okay. They will feel that their mind is weak. They will absolutely feel their mind is weak, that they might go insane. And again, they worry that people are going to perceive this condition. Okay. They're actually adverse to hearing bad news and have ailments from receiving bad news. So when they hear something on the news or they hear bad news about something, they really have fear of this. So they really can get more sick, and because they worry so much. Calcarea carbonicas are worriers, so then they worry more, and then they have this fear, right? They can be pretty obstinate, actually, kind of stubborn people. Yeah. And children in Calcarea carbonica states can have nightmares or night terrors as well. Calcarea carbonicas, I really don't take into consideration people's physical appearance that much when I do homeopathy, but in Calcarea carbonica, this is absolutely true. They tend to be obese. They tend to be flabby. They put on weight very easily and quickly. And please don't go run out and take Calcarea carbonica if you have a weight issue, because it could be some other imbalances, but this is the picture of Calcarea carbonica. They tend to be overweight. Okay. They are absolutely chilly. They don't like the cold. They hate the cold, and they are worse from cold, especially cold, damp. They hate cold, damp. Okay. Um, Younger children, though, with Calcarea carbonica, needing Calcarea carbonica, don't have to be chilly. Okay. This happens as they get older. But yeah, they definitely don't like cold, wet weather. It is their least favorite kind of weather. And they are very chilly people. Okay. They are aggravated from exertion. So exerting, doing exercise or taking walks, especially up a hill. They hate going up a hill. They hate going upstairs. All of this will aggravate the Calcarea carbonica client or patient or constitution. They can have this sensation of inner trembling. They can have an allergy or an aggravation to aspirin. Like I said, they don't like to go up hills. They perspire easily on their neck, especially at night. Okay. They perspire easily in general, but especially on the neck at night. They can get frequent colds and flus. And yeah, they can get like this cold, clammy sweat too. The sweat can be cold and clammy. They'll have vertigo, especially when like going upstairs or something like that, or looking at someone at a height place, or just even moving the head very quickly. Again, they perspire on the occiput at night or the back of the head. They can have tinnitus, migraine headaches that are worse from light and worse from, menses. They can have hay fever, which is like allergies, and like frequent tonsillitis. And they're likely to have like some sort of hypothyroid condition. This remedy greatly affects like glandulars, like thyroids. They may have a goiter. So likely to be a patient who's expressing hypothyroid. Not all patients that have hypothyroid need Calcarea carbonica. We have to differentiate, right? It's very important to look at the person's individualized symptoms to understand what that person needs. They crave and desire eggs. They love eggs. Calcarea carbonica loves eggs, and they love sweets, especially any kind of like pastries or ice cream. They can like salt, they can like nuts and seeds. They can also like cheese, and they can also like, this is an odd one, but they also can like indigestible things like chalk and pencils in a very severe state of Calcarea carbonica. They're kind of adverse to only a few things like milk, coffee, sometimes meat and fat, but that's not seen as much as the desire for sweets and the desire for eggs. That is the main food desires of Calcarea carbonica. They have constipation. Calcarea carbonica, everything is slow. they move slow, their thyroid is working slow, their metabolism works slow, everything is slowed down, and their digestion is slow. They have constipation, and they have a particular constipation where they have constipation without urge. They can go days without feeling like they have to go, literally. And you know, as they get, when in the beginning this doesn't bother them as much, but as it continues, it can bother them. Okay, some patients will feel no effect from the constipation, and some people will get annoyed with it. They can have a lot of fibroids, uterine fibroids. They have tendency to make growths, okay? Glandular issues, the growth, the issues here. They also can have uterine fibroids. They can have hemorrhages. They can have hormonal imbalances. Menstruation will come too early, too frequently. They'll have their period too frequently and too often. And sometimes it can be profuse and long lasting. They will have PMS. They'll have maybe anxiety, maybe headaches, and a lot of times Calcarea Carbonica exhibits breast tenderness before their period. So they will feel the breast tenderness. Again, they tend to have growths, okay? So this can happen there as well. They can get kidney stones, and they could also have bedwetting, especially in children, swollen breast and painful breast before menses. They can have shortness of breath, especially, again, when going upstairs or ascending, going up a hill. They can have poor stamina. This is a remedy for breast cancer. Not saying that, again, do not take this remedy. If I said this condition, you don't run out and go take this remedy. Consult with a homeopath, please. A classically trained homeopath that can help guide you with the potency, the frequency, the dosing, and maybe the homeopath is going to see a completely different layer in you that you didn't realize, and this might not be the right remedy for you. Homeopathic remedies should not be just taken willy-nilly, okay? You really need to meet with somebody. They will often have lower back pain. This is a very common remedy for lower back pain and lower back weakness. They might have spinal issues such as in scoliosis or cervical. They can have arthritis, pain, going to be worse, cold, damp. They are aggravated in cold, damp weather. Exertion aggravates their pains as well. Their arthritis will mainly affect the knees. They will have, lots, there can be weakness in the limbs. They can have weakness in their muscles, they will have cold, clammy extremities. Like if you shake their hand, they may have a cold, clammy extremity. An interesting symptom is that they will have cold feet and they will always wear socks to bed. And in the middle of the night, they become warm and they take their socks off. This is very Calcarea Carbonica. And they also will have brittle nails that break easily. Okay. They like to sleep on the left side. And yeah, that's a lot of symptoms that I gave you about Calcarea Carbonica. The remedy is these warriors. They overwork till they become exhausted. They are weak. They are exhausted. They have hypothyroid, excuse me. They have hormonal imbalances, and they crave sweets. They crave eggs. They perspire on their neck, the back of their neck, cold, clammy extremities, socks in bed because their feet are cold, and then they get hot later on at night, brittle nails. These are all signs of Calcarea Carbonica. So yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you about it, and I hope that's helpful. I'm just looking if there's anything else important to let you know. They get fear that rises from the stomach. Main remedy for constipation without urge. Very chilly, worse cold, damp. Actually, they have Raynaud's, which is actually a symptom that I get. I'm getting it right now. You can see it a little bit if you can see my finger. When I get cold, some of my fingers will turn like yellow. It's one of my symptoms that I'm working on improving, which actually it's been less. But yeah, they get Raynaud's, so they get cold. They have circulation issues, so they get cold extremities. They can get sweaty extremities, but they also can have Raynaud's as well. Soft brittle nails. Yeah, they're better in warm, dry areas. And yeah, I think I mentioned everything. They definitely have despair of recovery. They don't think they can get well. They don't think anybody can help them. And they definitely don't want their condition to be seen. They don't want anybody to know about their health issues. They want to keep it to themselves, especially on the mind. They don't want anybody to know that they're losing, because they feel like they're losing their mind. They don't want anybody to know that. All right, I rambled on about Calcarea Carbonica. I tend to do that, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you need support with any health condition that I've just talked about, Homeopathy is amazing on physical, mental, and emotional sphere. Okay, it works on the totality of the person. As you can see, Calcarea Carbonica is covering a diverse array of symptoms that, like cures like, that homeopathy can support and improve in your body. So Calcarea Carbonica is mainly used for hormonal issues, constipation, you know, these mind symptoms of the fears, the worry, the anxiety about health, the despair of recovery, the fear of it, feel like they're losing their mind, the exhaustion, which is going to go with the hypothyroid, the hormonal imbalances, the Raynaud's. This is what Calcarea Carbonica is typically used for: low back pain, constipation. I think I mentioned that. So you need to, if you feel like you are ready to, take Calcarea Carbonica, don't just run out and take it. I said that already. Meet with a classically trained homeopath, meet with somebody who can help you get the correct remedy for you, and to be sure that you get the remedy, because there are a lot of remedies for hypothyroid. There's a lot of remedies for hormonal imbalances. There's a lot of remedies that support Raynaud's. There's a lot of remedies that support, a lot of these conditions that I mentioned. Okay. So I am currently taking new homeopathy clients. I treat in a classical way, which means one remedy at a time, and we support your body. And if you are on medications, that's okay. You can still use homeopathy. You just have to be taught how to use the frequency and the potency correctly. So yeah, I am looking forward to supporting you if you are ready to, use homeopathy as a safe and effective modality to support your healing. And look out for more videos on different remedies. I'm excited to do this. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I love talking about homeopathy and circadian biology. If you're following my channel, you'll know that, because they've been so impactful on my health and my healing journey. So, and I love being a homeopath because it's kind of like being a detective. Like, what remedy does this person need? Like, let's just look at all these symptoms and try to figure out what remedy that person is. Yeah, and support the person's health and healing, and seeing people make progress really lights me up. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever. I'm not really good at this whole, this part of the video, but whatever you want to do it. Share it with others. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye.